the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. Hear them now. What's new? What's hot? The new generation. New Generation Radio with Kendall Moore. WVON AM 1690. Let's talk about it. Come on. New Generation. Kendall Moore, Talk Radio, WVON, AM 1690. Streaming live from the web, WVON.com. Let's talk about it. What's new? What's hot?
What up, what up? Welcome to the Kendall Moore Show, only on WVON 1690 AM, the Talk of Chicago, the voice of the nation. It is I, once again, yes it is, Westside Will, cracking the mic, keeping it tight to make it all right on this beautiful Friday night. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there? This is the 4th of July holiday weekend. How y'all doing? Y'all getting ready to barbecue? Have some of you barbecued already or grilled? You know, we don't call them picnics anymore. No, we call them cookouts because we know what picnics mean. You know, this United States of America. July 3rd, of course, but July 4th is tomorrow. Do you have fireworks in your hand? Put them down. You're gonna hurt yourself. What you say, Reverend Rich? How are you?
Well, I'm good, man. As you had said at the top of the hour, this is the Kendall Moore Show.
Yes,
and Kay, we're missing you, and we're happy that you decided to take off. And man, just try to enjoy the family, enjoy yourself. We're looking forward to seeing you again. And Will, how you been, man?
I've been all right, man. It's been a busy weekend coming. It's been a busy week coming up until today or tomorrow. You know, I had a lot of things I had to do professionally and personally, and I'm just happy to be here in the studio with everybody. You know, it is a 4th of July weekend, and it's another way to celebrate something meaningful in this country. You know, something meaningful in this country. We had Juneteenth 2 weeks ago, and you know what that means for us as African Americans. But of course, I wonder, does it have any meaning for people who are non-African American? You know, because there are some people who I know, even Juneteenth, they just got up and went to work. If they had them a private office, and I'm talking about the corporates, some of them, or the law firms, even though it is a national holiday, there are people who work on holiday. They still work on national holidays. But, you know, companies and stuff like that, corporations still do have to, they give you time off depending on the occupation. But the offices and stuff like that, there are some people, man, they come to work.
Well, you know, they don't have that value that we are trying to generate for June 19th. We're going to definitely get into that, I understand, right?
Yeah, we're going to get into it.
And you know, I want to shout out to our guy on the 1 and 2s.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, how can I forget?
No, you the
main man. What's up, Turbine? What's happening, man?
What's going on, fellas? How we feeling?
I think I'm just a little bit too relaxed up here. I'm about to kick my feet right up here at the table.
Yeah, you're so into that chair. You're almost on the ground, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm just chilling. I want to make sure everybody's doing okay. What's been going on with you this week, man?
A couple things, you know, between the World Cup, working, July, we got a couple things going on here. By the way, I owe you this.
All right. That's right. Hey, The meter is now running. But you know
Just wanna
what?
make sure.
For my main man, Kendall, I give my rain check this way.
Okay.
Oh man, that's
But you
nice
got
of
something
you,
there.
Will.
You got
It's
something
free
there.
of charge. It's free of charge. Yeah. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. So interesting week been happening in the news. Wow. Snelling, Superintendent Snelling.
Oh man,
I know people have heard about it. We've spoke
Yeah.
about it. I think he's such a young man, though. He's such a young man.
Well, you know, that's a stressful job, Will. That's
It
a
is.
stressful job, and he's got 30 years on his belt.
Yeah.
But you know, as you know, people, and I don't care who says what, Soup and I were friends and are
Still are friends.
And the thing is that I appreciate how he was handling us as a community. You know, you can't stop crime when people have their minds made up to do crime.
To do crime.
But
I got my mind made up, Rich.
I got my mind made up, man. Come on now. But you know, the thing is that I think he tried to put things in the right perspective and look at things as a separatist in those offenders who were basically determined to do what they wanted to do in society. Society has to be a collective effort, and the police can't do it all. But he did a very good job for the time he was in. I'm just in a way sorry to see him go because we were getting used to his way, his force. Yeah, we saw the numbers drop, and that was a continuation. At least when he got into that position, the numbers did not go back as far as crimes being permitted. They kind of shift from murder rate went down, but theft went up. You know, but now we got a state's attorney who's saying she's going to raise the bar on the amount that they will look at that is stolen from 1,000 to 300.
Okay.
If you're caught with 300, isn't that the right number?
I believe so. But let's talk about that. We have to take a break right now. But on the other end, we'll see you again. This is the Kendall Moore Show.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
See something suspicious? Say something. Call 911 from OEMC. The Office of Emergency Management and Communications protects life and property by operating the public safety communications system. Riot is for celebrating. Help keep it safe.
As our nation celebrates 250 years of independence, one question still remains. How much work is left to do? Find out this Saturday at 10 a.m. during a special Rainbow Push Saturday morning forum, America at 250. Still work to do. Join Yusuf D. Jackson, Reverend Stephen Thurston II, Chief Chuck Hoskin, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Reverend Ginger Gaines Sorelli, Pastor Mike McBride, and more for an important conversation on liberty, justice, equality, and the future of American promise. Listen on WVON 1690 or watch on the Word Network, WJYS, YouTube, and Facebook.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley, inviting you to join me weekdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on WVON. I am bringing you a national perspective on all the happenings in the Black community and, of course, politics. It's talk radio for us, by us, and this is where America listens.
It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays from 6 to 9 p.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over! Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I'm Selma, and I'll be your server this evening. The special is pasta primavera, and it comes with a salad. Oh, and by the way, I abuse my children. Lots of times I beat them for even the smallest reason. When they really get on my nerves, I lock them in the closet for a few hours.
If only child abuse was this easy to recognize, perhaps then more people would report it. If you even suspect abuse, call Child Help at 1-800-4A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. We've helped millions of people help millions of children, and we can help you. All calls are anonymous and confidential, so remember 1-800-4A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. Child Help. Trust your instincts. A public service message brought to you by Child Help and the Ad Council.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? More ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better. Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back to the Kendall Moore Show on WVON 1690 AM, the Talk of Chicago, the voice of your nation. That's right, your nation. A happy 4th of July, even though it's July 3rd right now. You will not hear me tomorrow, but happy 4th of July to you all. Yes, I celebrate the 4th of July, and that's something we'll talk about. We'll talk about it in a moment. But right now, before we go back to the subject of Superintendent Snelling,
yes, sir,
getting ready to step down in a couple of weeks, I want to send out a huge congratulations to my brother, Atiba Buchanan. Now, I know for a moment we have not seen Mr. Buchanan on the radio, heard him on the radio for a while. And I want to give him a shout out and say, hey, brother, we are with you, because he Tiba had to have some surgery, and he's given us permission to talk about it. He had to have liver, kidney. I'm sorry,
kidney. Yes,
kidney,
sir. Serious
successful
stuff.
kidney
Right.
transplant.
Yeah.
So, hey, brother, hurry up and get well. We with you. We miss you. You know,
Sure do.
We miss you, brother. Yeah, and we're happy for you. And man, God bless you, brother.
Yeah.
We know that's not easy, man. That's not easy.
And Tiba, it's such a good thing that you were just here, and you know that came about. And you know, it's hard to get different organs.
It's hard. Man.
Will, I mean, that is just a blessing into his life. Shows you're living right. Tiba shows that you're doing everything right, and he has always kept up the greatest of spirits.
Yeah,
even knowing that there's a chance of anything that could happen until he had to transplant for a new kidney.
Yeah.
So God bless you, man. We're going to keep you always in prayer.
Yeah, I know I hadn't seen him in a while, and you know, I just assumed he was on vacation or he was taking a leave, but you know, of course he was taking a leave for something very important, his health. So man, we want you to just get healthy, man, and come on back in here, because he is such a knowledgeable brother, and his delivery of the information is so great.
Yeah,
I listened to that 3 o'clock to 6 drive, man.
Yeah.
Him and LaDonna, they break it down.
Yeah, we smart over here at WVO.
That's right.
We smart.
We got degrees.
We smart, man. We smart.
For all them people out here that don't like people with degrees, we got degrees, and we show that we got degrees. And it doesn't mean that you're not smart if you don't got a degree, but you study something. You know, and it does count for something.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And you know, me and Rich talk privately a lot of times when we are just, you know, discussing stuff, social issues. And I want to just say this while we talking about degrees and education, because you know how I feel. Look, we got to start running toward them books rather than running away from them. Inside those books are knowledge. It's not just about sociology, but it's about business practices. It's about engineering and science. Okay. How are we going to keep up with the other groups if we're not studying what they're studying? And these sciences are building. Engineering is building buildings, and that's money in that. You know, we got Phil, the Batman. He comes on here a lot. With Kendall, and he's a builder. You know, it's money, it's opportunity in that. You know, and you engineering degrees work, math and science, man. We've contributed so much to the formation of this country, the success of this country, which is another reason why we should celebrate the 4th of July, because you know, a lot of this stuff we make it move.
Yeah, well, you're getting into that.
But I don't want to go into that right now. Let's talk about Snelling.
Yeah,
because I'm kind of jumping.
I know,
but I had to make that statement.
You had to talk about that because I got something to say about that. But let's talk about our guy. No, because you know they're going through this process. I had the opportunity to talk to the president of the CCPSA, who is Miss Ramel Terry, and the great work they're doing in making that.
Terry. I talked to her the other day.
Yeah, making that selection process work is a difficult thing. Now they have to start over because I mean, Superintendent Snelling's been in the job just a little under 3 years, and now and having made that selection for him, as it came by the death of Mayor Brandon Johnson, he was a good choice. So we're hoping that this new process, well, not new process, but this new search is one that will bring a person who's concerned about the African American community. Because I got to say this, that the soup, Larry Snelling was very concerned about this community. And, you know, he was approachable. He wasn't what we had in the past, where you know you see the 4 stars on the shoulder, and you feel like, you know, it's going to be a cocky and arrogant person. No, he was down to earth, and I think that in order to be a good law enforcer, you have to have a good sense of the community, and he had that.
Yes.
So let's see what the search revealed. Now they just started to search again.
What kind of person are we looking for, and what kind of person do we need?
Yeah.
And let me say this too. I know we're looking for a new superintendent for the umpteenth time, because it seems like we don't keep superintendents around as long as we do.
Not when they're trying to do the right thing.
The superintendent is hired by the mayor, and since we've been playing musical mirrors a lot in the last 15 years, we've had. I mean, Rom is the only one that has won consecutively, but then he left. And then we had Lori, and now we have Brandon.
Yeah, Mayor Lightfoot.
I am supporting Brandon Johnson. I think we should give him. I know Rich.
I
think we should give him another opportunity. I do. I do. Let's give him another opportunity. Nobody gets it perfect the first time because the city of Chicago is a major city, man. It's a major. It's hard to run a major city. Chicago, LA, New York. You're not gonna learn everything in 4 years, but I think this will be his graduation. I think if we give him one more shot, I think he could do better. I do. I'm just saying, I think he can do better. But I know y'all out here disagreeing with me. Say, oh well, you just saying that you this. Look, man, I'm just kind of tired of playing musical mirrors. I'm willing to give somebody another chance. Okay. And let's do it. Let's give it to
there's a lot of dynamics not in place yet. That's why I got to wait.
Right, I get you.
Wait.
But
having been in politics all those years, working for 3 mayors, I've seen it. Well, it's up and down. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna wait.
773-591-1690. But I'm just, I just think, man, I just don't want to play musical mirrors. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we got to take a break. Yes, we got to take another break. But when we come back, we'll finish up O'Snelling. And then I want to ask a question. I see you online, Derek. I want to ask a question. Why should African Americans celebrate the 4th of July? Why shouldn't we? That's the question I want to ask. Because we have a lot of people out here who feel like, man, I ain't celebrating the 4th of July. Why shouldn't you? And that's my question. So with that being said, we are taking a break. This is the Kendall Moore Show.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
It's Gospel with Pam Morris Walton, your gospel sister, on WVON Sundays, 11 to 2 p.m. Music to help you on your journey. I'll see you there, WVON.
CTA is coming to WVON, Sundays, 7 p.m., not the train. Call to action with your host, Randria. When life has you at a stop, he'll pick you up and help you find out where you're going and the best connections to get you there. Take the ride every Sunday at 7 p.m. with your host, Randria. The next stop might be yours.
This report is brought to you by Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in forest. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. 30K on my riches.
Welcome back to the Kendall Moore Show. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Are you enjoying your Friday night? You having a good time? I hope you are. It is still, regardless of the heat, because it's been extremely hot this week. Hasn't been a whole lot of activity. But let me ask you this. Why is crime still surging in the heat? Why are you out here committing crime in the heat? It's too hot, man. Go look. Go sit down. Go sit in the air conditioner under the fan,
weather
man.
can't change the coat of an animal, man.
It's too hot, man.
Yeah.
Look, have a seat. It's too hot. Leave Miss Jones' purse alone. Leave her car alone.
You're right.
Stop it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a caller really quick. I know Derek is on the line. What's up, Derek? What's going on? Derek, give us 1 second. Hold on, Derek. We got you. Derek, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah. The gun violence, man. it's all over the country, but it seems in Chicago, they say it's dropped 40% from last year, and I can't see it.
You can't see it? Well, are you out there doing the shooting, Derek?
No, I'm not doing the shooting.
How you
I'm not
seeing
there.
it?
How am I feeling it?
How are you not seeing it?
I see it and I hear it on the news, and my granddaughter works out here at this Amazon out here in Matson, man, and it was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
this time of the year though, it's fireworks. So are you hearing shooting, or are you hearing fireworks?
I'm hearing shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me ask you, brothers, this thing.
Mm-hmm.
How can we stop these guns coming into Chicago? I was listening to a program about 2 weeks ago, and them guns is coming up through the South to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how we can stop that. But one thing the citizens need to do: if you see something, say something,
Mm-hmm.
call somebody. But we're not doing that now.
I think, we are reluctant to. That's another problem with the crime too, though. For too many years, we have been reluctant to call the police or not get involved because we don't want it. The police are not there to help us if we get retaliated on. You know what I'm saying? And we've made people frightened. And I think it has a whole lot to do with the family dynamic as well too. But we're not protectors anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think the black male has been neutralized in many ways, and the black men, and there are black males, of course, commit the crime. That's the highest number of committing the crime. But the black male in the family has been neutralized, and I think that's where you get the crime from. Now that's another subject in itself. Me and Rich talk about that.
Can I say this?
Yes,
I'm a grandfather at 73 years old, man. I got 14 grandkids.
God bless you. Congratulations.
But I don't need to be taking care of 6 of them on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And my granddaughters, their choice of men, man. I hate to put it that way, but they look, bad guys is something that they admire.
Okay.
But a nerd, man.
Yeah.
One of my granddaughters had a boyfriend. He was working at WG, and this is about 20 years ago. And he was a nerd.
Okay.
But this guy come back asking to see where's my daughter, and I said, man, keep moving.
I hear you. Well, it's funny you say that, Derek. I'm gonna probably start Sunday night. Maybe I'll get Turbine to play this clip from this personality, a YouTube personality. Her name is Priscilla. And you remember what I sent to you, Rich, sometime ago?
I
she
do.
was talking about the nature. She was talking about the nature of women and what she feels is going on because she's a woman. But it's funny you say that the element. And maybe that's the danger. Maybe they attracted to the danger. I don't know.
Well, Derek, would you rather have a nerd or would you rather have the gangster?
Well,
which one would you rather have, Derek?
I was the nerd, man. This guy worked at WG, and man, he could have been with my daughter 20 years ago.
How is it right now between the nerd and your granddaughter? Are they still together?
Oh, no, the nerd went on to do big things, man. He's in D.C., man.
Grandbaby let the nerd go?
Let her go.
No, well, you know what? The woman is always in charge. Believe it or not, men, the woman makes the decisions because if they get pregnant, they're the ones going to have to be responsible for raising that life. Men can just slip around and circumvent the whole situation. But if we could get our women to just do the right thing and basically do the right thing, choose the right person. Don't get caught up on all that loving kind of stuff. And definitely size don't work, baby. So I'm just telling you, Derek, as we got about to take another caller, you're in good shape if you got a man who's about something. Females out there, you got to have a man who's about something. And remember, it's your choice.
That's right.
It's your choice. As Steve Harvey would say, you control the cookie.
Yeah, I know Taekwon got long braids and everything.
Okay, brothers, I thank you for taking my call, but hey, the brothers need to step up, man. Talk to you later.
Okay, thank you, Derek.
been
Appreciate
saying that
that.
for years,
Look
man.
here, I know the brothers need to step up, but I think the brothers have stepped up as far as they can be stepped up. You can't make no woman.
We could do
nothing.
better. We could do better.
We can do better to improve ourselves, but you can't make no woman do nothing she don't want to do. And if they understand that, then you know what you got to do.
And we could thank America for that.
So if you have kids by a woman, you need to take care of her.
Happy
you know what I'm saying?
4th of July.
And so 4th of July. See, we done went into that. We went from
we
Snelling,
going
but
there.
this
I'm
will
just
help.
saying.
This could help Snelling. This could help what we're talking about. Could help Snelling. It could help the next superintendent. It could possibly lower crime. But hey, this is not an assault on my sisters. Hey, I love all of y'all.
No, saying you're in control.
We just kind of has
not an assault.
Has men who
It's
are
good
more
advice.
what do you say? We are more seasoned. We see things now. We understand things a little bit better. Of course, you're my senior, my and of course, Chris who was online. Well, brother Chris who's online too. But Derek, you guys see stuff and have experienced stuff that I have yet to experience. But we know more than So give us a listen. But let's take another caller. What's up, brother Chris? How you doing, man?
What's up, family? Happy Friday. Happy 4th to y'all.
All right. You celebrate the 4th of July, right?
Huh?
You celebrate the 4th of July?
I'm gonna do my thing and be grateful. My father was a vet.
There you go.
Uncle,
God bless your father.
all them. So all them was, in the military. I went to college. I went to trade school route. So corporate. So, but I give them everyone, who sacrificed and,
Yes.
but
Thank you
I'm
very
a little
much, Reverend Richard. Reverend Richard was in the military as well. Thank you very much.
I'm a vet.
Thank you for your service. I'm a little dish and lose with the country. The country right now with the leadership is in decline. Can we bounce back? Need some paradigm shifts, where we care about the people, not just the richest 1%. America needs to look at itself, hard, and they still ain't take care of the original people. I'm thankful for the benefits of the country. I work hard, pay my taxes. Thank the Lord, I was healthy enough, take care of my kids, stuff like that, myself, and when I had a wife. But America needs to look itself in the mirror and try to be a more perfect union, which has been doing for hundreds of years and kind of failing, a little bit miserably. Like I said, the richest 1%.
Right.
The current guy, the trillionaire, he got more wealth than the lower half, the lower other 52%, brother.
Elon Musk.
Well, you're talking about another Lord, because I know where you're at. You mean a man Lord, not a God.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying we got to do better, spread the wealth. The CEOs, the average worker, their pay is 12,000 times more. We can do better.
But Chris, let me say this, bro. Let me ask this.
Yes.
Why you pocket watching? If somebody offered you 200 million or 2 million to run a company, you ain't gonna take it. Why you pocket watching?
But I'm not gonna. I want everybody to benefit. So I want my people under me to do. I want my people under me to do well. So they want to come to work. They want to do, bust their butt, do a good job, get them bonuses when they're doing good, and correct them when they're not. I don't think, because when we die, everybody going the same place. You might have a $500 million yacht. You're going to see my black butt up there too. I'm like, oh, nice yacht when you was on Earth, but now we up here, same place. I don't think you need all that. That's just my opinion.
Well, you're hitting it right, though. That's a good opinion.
See, here's my thing, and I get where you're going. But what I'm saying is somebody's going to always have something that somebody doesn't have and may not be able to afford it. And you look at, name a country that's greater than America, that's doing better than America. And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you. Name a country.
Well, hello?
I'm here. We're here. We're listening.
America's in decline. I'd say some other countries like China, China is at our doorstep.
China is a communist country, and you don't have the rights and privileges that you have over here in China. Trust me, you go over there talking all this stuff against the government like we do over here.
Let me ask you a question.
You're gonna be strung up.
Let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
Aren't we tethering with that here? Voting. Nope. Certain people can vote. Certain people can't vote. Protesting in the street where Americans get killed.
Yep. They're tampering with it, but they're not going to succeed with it if we stay vigilant. Not only has a group of black people, but has in connection with all the other groups that vote too in America. From Latino to Asian to
no one should be hungry in America. All the money we send to Israel to fight their wars, their people have universal health care.
Okay.
Their people go to the best colleges.
Yep.
And we send them money, and we got the politicians with allegiance to them versus American people. We need a paradigm change in this country.
We need a shift, Chris. You're right about that. But let me say this also. As of now, America is probably the country that is a better country because of its laws and the law of freedom, freedom of speech. But you are so right. America is in a decline around the world. What runs the world is currency, money, big money. And there are countries much richer than America. And they are the smaller countries that we don't even hear about in the news. Let's remember, media also run the direction and cultures of countries. So in what we hear in America news doesn't always reveal the true state and status of us as a country. And I'm just saying and watching what is going on with this present administration, who is making certain laws. Supreme Court has busted so many rights under this current president. It is just horrible that we are fighting the same fight over and over again as black people here. This country is only for a select few. It's not for everybody, but we do have those freedoms that they don't have in other countries. So you're right. America is in decline.
Hey, Chris, I thank you very much for your call, sir. Okay. Look, folks, we have to take another break again. We're going to see you on the other end. Tommy, I see you, brother. Okay. This is the Kendall Moore Show.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
When you play the 7 times bingo multiply instant ticket from the Illinois Lottery, you play with purpose. Over $8.4 million has been raised to help support homelessness programs in Illinois. Purchase one to help raise even more. Be smart, play smart. Must be 18 or older to play. Game odds available at IllinoisLottery.com.
It's Rufus Williams.
The radio keeps our ear to the pavement so we know what's going on in the community. And I got to say, what and how you've been doing it as my frat brother, but more importantly, what VON does, you are the new Ebony Jet that keeps our community connected.
Well, thanks. That's a huge compliment.
Weekdays at 7 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is brought to you by Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Live from the Xfinity Studios.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over!
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I'm Selma, and I'll be your server this evening. The special is pasta primavera, and it comes with a salad. Oh, and by the way, I abuse my children. Lots of times I beat them for even the smallest reason. When they really get on my nerves, I lock them in the closet for a few hours.
If only child abuse was this easy to recognize, perhaps then more people would report it. If you even suspect abuse, call Child Help at 1-800-4A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. We've helped millions of people help millions of children, and we can help you. All calls are anonymous and confidential, so remember 1-800-4A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. Child Help. Trust your instincts. A public service message brought to you by Child Help and the Ad Council.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better. Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you.
To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org.
Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over!
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
This place has a pulse. You hear it in the canopy, feel it in the ground. Life, fully illuminated, engulfs you. From the birds singing in the treetops above to the tiniest insects in the soil below. You take a deep, cleansing breath, filling your lungs with the essence of the forest. Now, imagine it's all gone. Healthy, life-giving forests reduced to nothing. No singing birds, no lush canopy, and water and food in short supply around the world. Time is running out to protect our forests, and without our love, they can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our forests. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Your stuff can be a resource for change. Donate to Goodwill. where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back to the Kendall Moore Show. What's up, y'all? Y'all enjoying the show? I hope you are. We were just wrapping up. We were talking about a lot of things. We were talking about the violence rate going back up, and Snelling retiring, and the 4th of July, which we still haven't really gotten to that conversation yet, but we shall visit this conversation. Right now, I got Tommy on the line. You know I got to take Tommy.
Got to take Tommy.
What's up, Tommy? How are you, sir?
First of all, let me say hey to both of you. And there's only one reason why I'm calling, because some of these idiots out here don't seem to recognize and understand what DRAFT means. And I'm quite sure if they don't understand it, they don't understand spelling even, which means draft. Mm-hmm. And so the first time I got in trouble and went to jail is when I came back from Vietnam, and an individual had the audacity to spit on me and call me a baby killer. I whooped their ass right there in that terminal, and any and everybody else that was trying to get in it, to the point that the only reason why I'm still alive today is because they drew weapons on me because I went crazy. And let me try to explain this the only way I can. Individual gonna say on the radio today that I have no credibility because I was over there killing children. I wasn't over there killing anybody that wasn't trying to kill me. And so now that here I am back here in the States, the thing that has crushed my heart, the thing that has made me more disillusional than anything is lawlessness amongst us when it comes to our history. When it comes to our history and the things that we have been through, what the hell are we talking about? Why we keep talking about for decades? Don't listen to me. Pull out WBON's archive. Pull it out and play it for yourself. And you'll hear these same individuals that are absolute haters to the point that now they have a tag team. Now when they come on and stuff, when one of them called, 5 or 6 of them, a rest of them called. And I just want to ask you people. I just want to ask you people a question. And here's my question. At what point do you recognize and you realize that everything that has happened to black people is illegal? Skip your mysticism, skip your world religion, skip whatever the hell you believe in. We were brought over here illegally. We were denied human rights illegally. We have been denied cultural capital illegally. And you still didn't even get the damn 40 acres and a mule. They was going to give you an animal that couldn't even make a damn mule.
Watch the language.
I
know you get upset, brother. I also
came back from the Bible, though, Reverend.
No, but I also came back from Vietnam. I know what you mean, man. But I'm just
you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I know. I do.
Hey,
know.
man, I thank you for your service, Tommy.
They didn't call us boys. In fact, when I got over there, guys, I'm telling you the truth, man. You can look this stuff up. What I'm tired of is individuals not recognizing and understanding all those that went before us that made it possible that we could even sit up here and talk on the phone to one another. That's a reason to celebrate right there. A reason to celebrate is the fact that other people went through hell while your lazy bum self ain't done nothing. Okay. Nothing.
Man,
all you running around here doing is talking trash and talking crazy. And I'll end with this because I am upset, man. I'm upset to the fact that we can't even be happy for the fact that no matter what you think about Obama, he was from the South Side. And guess what, guys, as I close, when I get discouraged or when I get mad as hell as I am right now, guess what I do? I'm going to drive right down Stony Island, and guess what the hell I'm going to see? I'm going to see my stinking thinking, because I believed in my heart and my mind that a black man could never be the president of the United States of America. And not only that, not only was he the president of the United States of America, but white folks voted for him twice. Now run and tell that.
Run and tell that. Hey, Tommy, let me share a story with you as we go and we're getting ready for our guests. But when I got back, I was on leave and I was walking down the street, my brother and I, and there was about 5 brothers on the corner. And as we were approaching them, they all kind of turned our way. And I was believing that I'm about to go into some people who know me, because in the service, we had to watch each other back. We became brothers. We were out there and we were out there to protect one another, and it became a brotherhood. When you're faced with death, you become closer to who is your ally. As we're walking, the 5 guys look at us, and I walk right between them and says, "What's up, man?" Grabbing hands, just hitting them like on the shoulder and stuff, kept walking, I came back with that mentality is what I'm saying. When we turned the corner, my brother said to me, "Man, don't do that again." They were looking to do something to us. And I hit that reality. I'm back in Chicago.
Wow.
And that is a sad situation. When we go to war and fight for our country and fight for our community and come back and find out that our community is ready to war with us. I got you, Tommy. I'm with you.
Happy New Year. This is the Kendall Moore Show.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation is 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
The rally perimeter blocked the shooter's rooftop line of sight and detect a drone used to view the stage. The Secret Service says it agrees with the findings and has fixed the issues. New York City Sanitation Department plans to replace nearly 30,000 parking spaces with new trash containers. The effort started under former Mayor Eric Adams, who is Black, aims to reduce trash bags on sidewalks and fight rats. Manhattan and Brooklyn will be most affected, with the Upper West Side losing about 10% of legal street parking. And Serena Williams' return to singles play brought in record viewership. ESPN says nearly 2 million people watched the 44-year-old's first-round Wimbledon match, making it the network's most-watched Day 2 contest ever. Williams lost Tuesday to Australia's Maya Joyce in her first singles tournament appearance in 4 years. I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Back to you, Andrea.
Thank you, Amber. Visitors are finally being welcomed back to the birth home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Atlanta. Family members of the late civil rights icon were on hand for a ribbon-cutting ceremony yesterday, marking the reopening of the landmark. Dr. Bernice
Martin, A.D., and Christine were poured into by their parents and great aunt. At that table, there were so many lessons shared.
The Auburn Avenue home has been closed for nearly 3 years for structural preservation, modernization, and accessibility improvements. The MLK National Historic Park site will reopen to the public tomorrow. A Black family is learning they are connected to the building of the White House. Essence tells the story of Ashley Swain, a neuroscientist who lives in Atlanta, and her mother, Jackie Smith Sullivan, being the first confirmed living descendants of an enslaved person who helped to build the presidential residence. An enslaved laborer was Sullivan's third great-grandfather and Swain's fourth. You can see the full report in a special feature titled Disney Celebrates America. A clip of the program will also run during a special 4th of July edition of Good Morning America from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. CeCe Winans, the Distinguished Black Award-winning artist, is being recognized this year by the National Urban League. Winans, who has been entertaining audiences for more than 30 years, will receive the President's Award for Arts for exceptional leadership and artistry. In a one-on-one interview with BIN, Winans explains why the award is so special to her.
Yeah, it means a lot. It means a lot that they would look at what God has done and want to honor it. And again, all honor and glory goes to the Father. And I pray that this award, that this platform will bring the good news to somebody, I pray that when I accept it, that God will be glorified. So I am humbled by it, and it means a lot. And I I'm grateful.
NUL's National Conference will take place later this month on July 29th through August 1st in Nashville, Tennessee. You can learn more about it and buy tickets at NUL.org. CC also has the Generations Live Conference coming up this month. It will also be in Nashville from July 23rd to July 25th, and you can learn more about it at generationsliveconference.com. We'll have more of our interview with CC next week. This is BIN News this hour. Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Andrea Coleman on the Black Information Network, home of Black News First.
Black News in 30 minutes.
The Black Information Network. BIN.
Your community, your coverage.
Born on July 14th, 1934 in Dallas, Texas, Lee Elder was one of 10 children. He would overcome the loss of both his parents at the age of 9 to break the golf color barrier and compete in the Masters. Elder started as a caddy, but 7 years after the PGA integrated in 1961, he earned his tour card and placed 40th on the money list his rookie year. With a win in 1974, he gained entry to the Masters. And while African Americans had previously qualified, Elder would be the first to play due to Augusta National's refusal to invite non-whites, including Charlie Sifford, a two-time tour winner. Lee Elder was also the first black man on the United States Ryder Cup team, helping secure the win over Europe in 1979. He would set up a scholarship fund, speak out against apartheid, and protest clubs that were still excluding black golfers in 1990. Passing on Sunday, November 28, 2021, at the age of 87. Lee Elder's contributions to golf and the black community are monumental, and that's a fact. I'm Christy James on the Black Information Network.
Black news from Black journalists.
The Black Information Network. This is BIN on iHeartRadio coverage.
I'm Mike Stevens on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network. Black gospel music singer Reverend Timothy Wright sang "Trouble Don't Last Always." But when it's here, many of us know the struggle is real. And speaking about the lives of many black people, African-American Philadelphia City Councilwoman Cindy Bass is painting a very real picture of the daily struggle in the lives of people she feels are going through it, through no fault of their own.
Wake up before sunrise, work all day, and still struggle to make ends meet. Imagine doing everything right. Imagine paying your rent, paying your mortgage, your taxes, your gas bill, your electric bill, and then waking up one morning to find a boot on your car.
She spoke at her city council meeting on a personal level, knowing of the financial challenges so many are experiencing, especially seniors.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog that they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws, hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog that they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws, hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley, inviting you to join me weekdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on WVON. I am bringing you a national perspective on all the happenings in the black community and, of course, politics. It's talk radio for us, by us, and this is where America listens.
It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays from 6 to 9 p.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Happy Independence Day, celebrating 250 years of our big, beautiful, complicated nation that nearly 50 million African Americans call home.
It's Kendall Moore on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, WVON.
Welcome back to the Kendall Moore Show on WVON 1690 AM, the Talk of Chicago, the voice of the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I have my guest in the studio. I have a very good friend of mine, but I hadn't seen him in years. Let me kind of tell the story because, I want to bring on this guy for months now. I saw him. I just happened to run into him at an event, and we looked at each other. We know each other. I'm like, I know you. And he's like, oh, I'm Rick. I'm like, it's me, Will. So look, I told you in a galaxy far, far away a long time ago, I went to Westinghouse High School. And there are so many people in the community that have went out of the community and done great things. And then they come back and they do great things within the community to help out. So I just want to kind of talk about this guy in front of me right now. His name is Rick Webster. Pretty Ricky, what we called him in high school. Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky had Jerry curls. Yeah. Okay, had the little mustache happening. Yeah, wore the break dancing pants, and he danced. He could dance his butt off. That was his thing. He danced and he sang, and he would always tell us about his group and what he had going on. Rich, okay, and we was like, yeah, Rich, yeah, okay, Rick, great, and we love Rick. Okay, but we was trying to get these books, man, because the tests was hitting us. So one day during the halftime of the basketball game, this guy that Ricky has been kept telling us about and was going to perform at the basketball game, halftime basketball game at Westinghouse High School, came and performed with them. And he actually didn't do too bad. His name was Robert Kelly. And in front of me is my good friend, who is OG, original member of Public Announcement, Ricky Webster. Pretty Ricky, what we called him.
Oh, right.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I am well, sir.
Man, always an honor, privilege, and a pleasure. Yeah, man, because I've been practicing what I'm going to say for months now. Trying to figure out, Rick coming. Look, man, I don't want, I want to talk to you about what's going on with your career, your life, and what you're doing. And then maybe if you feel like it, you can tell us a little dirt about what's happening with what happened with your boy. I don't know if he's your boy anymore. I don't know how that worked out, but with Mr. Robert Kelly, who's currently serving time for what I forget what the charge is. Well, he's in New York, serving time. But here's the thing, y'all say, well, Will, why are you talking about R. Kelly and it's July 4th and everything? Because at them cookouts, y'all gonna be playing Step in the Name of Love, and y'all probably gonna be playing a lot of other stuff on all the way back to the beginning. And it's R. Kelly. You know, we play R. Kelly. We play him at the cookouts. We play him at the club still, But I want to take the time to bring on my friend who I've known for years and who's had some great success. And he's back in Chicago. He's doing great things, Mr. Rick Webster, man. It's honor, privilege, and pleasure, brother, to have you on. Okay. So you ain't got to tell us no dirt right now. Okay. But tell us about you in high school. We can go there from high school. Okay. And what got you into performing, man?
As a kid, I was chubby, and I didn't want to dance with girls because I was afraid to ask. And when breakdancing came out, you didn't need to ask a girl to dance. So I technically was off the hook. I learned how to dance. The weight came off. And before I knew it, by the time we were in high school, there was a gentleman named Andrew Space. He's no longer with us. He pulled my coattail and said, hey, let's do a song together for the talent show. And we did Nothing Better Than Love, Luther Vandross and Gregory Hines. And that was a really great introduction for me into music. I'd been breakdancing a lot with one of the original members from one of the founding members that from Public Announcement. I've been breakdancing with him, and his name was Earl Robinson, and he's no longer with us. But he and I, we did a lot of breakdancing, a lot of performing, and I went to Westinghouse.
That's right, Westinghouse Warriors.
Always.
Westinghouse, green and gold.
Yeah, last week we had the commandos in
Yeah,
here.
we don't care about them commandos.
Yeah,
remember how those Marshall commandos
Oh,
used to
there he
stand
go
at the bus
again,
stop?
people.
We was just trying to look. We was just trying to read our books.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
home, make our parents proud,
That's
do our
it.
homework,
Oh, man,
That's it.
and then
oh,
here come the
please.
mean Marshall people standing at Lake Street and Holman,
They were not
I went to
having it.
Marshall.
terrorizing
I
us.
went to Marshall.
all
That's
the way
why he
from
does.
Jackson, all the way from Jackson and Madison. They was a mile away, but they come
Yeah.
all the way up here to terrorize the good children.
Oh, the
But
good
go ahead,
children.
Rick.
Okay, Rick.
Go ahead, Rick.
Go ahead.
Go on. I'm sorry for interrupting you, brother.
It's all right. Nice camaraderie. I'm with it. So we formed a group, and from that, it just blossomed into that as a living. I remember one of the turning points for me when I was little, before the breakdancing. My sister dated one of my sisters dated a gentleman, and he was the head of one of the most prominent gangs in our area, if not even Chicago. And he was the head, and he had several guys up under him. And one of the guys, everybody was terrified of him, and his name is Frederick. And they were so afraid of him, they called him Fratrick.
Okay.
They couldn't pronounce his name. Well, I tried to join the gang, but that guy wouldn't let me. And I know it's God. It's him. It always has been him. It always will be him. And when I went to him and I said, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. He took me to the basketball court. We played ball. He treated me like a little brother. He walked me home, made sure I went in the house. Now, this was right before it got dark. He walked me into the house, made sure I went in the house and stayed in the house. And then he went and did whatever it was he wanted to do. But literally, that gentleman, our father sent, God sent him. And he kept me in line. He kept me out of trouble. And then that just snowballed into meeting people that pushed us to do the right thing. And it wasn't hard because, we were nerds anyway. So it wasn't hard but I was trying to gangbang. I was trying to do the wrong thing.
I can't see you as a gangbanger, bro.
I even tried the whole thing about moving drugs. And I'm not talking like being on the block. I'm talking like moving weight. And they looked at me and said, yeah, we know you, and you're good people. So they walked me home and made sure I went in the house. Yeah. And so I knew that because these people who could have used that against me, God saw fit to calm that down, move it out the way, and they pushed me out. And all the festivals that we did throughout my career, every festival we ever did, they were in the wings. These gangbangers, these prominent guys, they were in the back, all the way in the back, just watching and just making sure that nothing ever happened to us. And I'm like, and they were like, yeah, we'll make sure you're good, and then we'll get you home, and you go. And that's all they ever did. All they ever did. So I don't know the bad side of that. So when it comes to, cancel culture and what we're doing to people, my father wouldn't let that happen to me with those guys. They made certain, and I'm really appreciative. So thank you so much for allowing me to come, because I've never been able to tell this to anyone. I've never said this at all, know. And then once, we started doing what we were doing with Rob, the gentlemen that were on tour with us, the band, it was led by a gentleman named Keith Henderson, another gentleman named Vern Allison. And I will tell you this, people are deceiving, particularly Vern Allison. He was one of the vocalists for Rob on the tour. And I had known him 10 plus years. And I just found out maybe 10 years ago. And we're talking 30 years total now. I found out maybe 10 years ago, that he plays drums. I had no idea. And when I say play, prominent. So it was those guys from that tour that kept me from losing it, because I wasn't happy on the road,
Okay. So before we go there,
Yeah.
before we go there, you're saying the Frederick,
Mhm.
was this in high school? Was this during high school? This is grammar
before
school.
high school. This was grammar school. I was
Okay.
trying to gangbang in grammar school.
Okay, yeah. And they
And
just
by the time
said
I got to high school, it changed.
they
Yeah.
denied your application as a gangbanger. That happened to me.
Repeatedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was all pleasant. Normally, if they deny you, you get kicked down some stairs or you get talked bad to.
Yeah.
These people did
That's
none
good,
of that.
man. That's
Yeah,
God
it was
bless you.
wonderful, man.
Okay, so you're in high school, man, and honestly, I could not imagine you being in the gang at high school because you were such an energetic guy and all over the place, and all the ladies like Ricky. All ladies love Ricky. He
It was 'cause of
danced.
clothes,
and
it wasn't me.
He walked around with his break dance stuff on.
Yeah, that
and
was
he
a part.
look. I swear he had that Jerry curl, man.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's inspirational, man.
Well, did
All right.
Will have a Jerry curl? Do you remember, Ricky?
Hmm?
Did Will have a Jerry curl?
No.
Oh no.
No.
I had a
he's
short
talking
haircut,
about you, but
and
let's
I was believe it or not, I was strictly athlete, but you ran track too.
Yeah.
For a while, we ran track
But
together.
I only ran track for one specific reason. I wanted the jacket. I didn't care.
You
about
wanted the
anything.
jacket. That's
I wanted
right.
the letters
That's right.
jacket.
And you got
yeah.
that jacket.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Can't
talented
blame you
enough
for
to play
that.
basketball with the big boys.
Right.
So, and I was a mascot there for a little bit, but
Yeah.
I didn't do flips, so that died really quick. Like, there's no such thing as a black Indian back there when
But
we
you
were.
was out there doing that stuff.
Yeah,
You were doing that stuff. But talent manifests itself. It's going to manifest itself one way or the other. And I think it showed, seriously, it showed what you did later in life after high school because, we kind of all lost touch, but we would see each other now and then, and
at the picnics.
And stuff. But so we graduate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go on. Are you continuing doing your talent shows and everything from there?
Yeah.
All right.
I was heavily invested. Like that was my 9 to 5.
With your group members who was Andre and Earl.
You're right. Correct.
Andre Robinson is deceased now. Did
you just
tell me
mixed
that?
2 names.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Earlis Robinson.
Earl. Okay.
He's passed away.
Okay.
And the other member is Andre Boykins.
Okay.
So he's still with us.
Okay. Okay. Great.
So we went on to work with Rob and tour a lot.
So was this right after high school? Was this right after high school? Because I remember when you guys came there.
87, we
performed there,
graduated. By 90, we were gone.
Right. And you just gave away my age. So thank you a lot, sir.
It is my pleasure.
Thank you,
If you
sir.
were trying to hold on to that, I'm sorry.
No, we're only kidding, Rock. Hey, you know what? I want to ask you a question about the big break that was handled by Natalie Cole.
Mhm.
Wasn't that with a starting point for R. Kelly when he was out doing this thing and that launched public announcement? Am I hitting an earlier or later point where you were involved with public?
You're doing both. When it came to Natalie Cole's big break, that was one of the things that catapulted him into being seen by the masses.
Okay.
And he was with a group called MGM at that point.
MGM.
Mentally
Okay.
Gifted Men. Yes.
And that was after being with public announcement.
No, that was before.
Before. Oh,
That was
gotcha.
before.
So you're joining R when he's had this notoriety.
What happened is, I don't know what happened with them, but he was in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
We were somewhere else in the studio, but we eventually crossed paths. At that point, I don't think he was with them anymore. And we were trying to connect with him to for him to produce us. We weren't worried about trying to be a group with him. We already were established. So as fate would have it, we ended up going to a place called the Cotton Club.
I know about the Cotton Club.
Yeah.
I had a few artists there.
Yeah, we went there, and it just so happens that you have to get there pretty early, because if you didn't get there early to sign in, you'd be performing at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So as fate would have it, we probably weren't going to go until about 2 a.m. But like you said, Rob was trickling off of the Natalie Cole big break. But as talented as that cat is, like, he was really giving it to the industry. I mean, his singing, his showmanship, I mean, he was giving it to him. So it wasn't far-fetched to say that he was going to make it anyway. So he had done that, and he had been in the studio perfecting his sound and look and the feel. And I believe legend has it that the record company that he was with was not exactly sold on a solo artist at that point. Back in the 90s, there were different, there were groups.
I think
it just wasn't a solo.
at the final,
Jive Zamba. Yeah.
Right.
So as fate would have it, we ended up connecting, at the Cotton Club, and Dre knew Rob. So Dre said, "Hey, this is our group, yada yada yada," and he said, "All right, when do you guys go on?" And Dre said, I'm not sure." So he found out what time we go on. He wasn't going to be around that late, so he said, "I tell you what, let's go in the bathroom." So we go in the bathroom of the Cotton Club, and we perform for him. He's like, "All right, hit me with a song." We talk it over. We start a song.
Did you do your original material? Did you do original material, or you did?
We did no original material. It was BBD.
Okay.
It was whatever 3 or 4 songs that we had in our arsenal to do. So we sang, we danced in a bathroom that the floors were wet.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off? Break dancing skills kicked in, huh?
No, those I don't want to fall in what this is on the floor skills kicked in.
Hey,
so
martial arts skills too, apparently.
So we do that, and we sing some things, we perform a little bit, and he says, "Hey, can you meet me at Presidential Towers tomorrow at 9 a.m.?" We look at each other and said, "Sure." "Why?" He said, "If you can just come by, that'd be great." So at that point, he was the biggest name there to be bothered with. But there were prominent people that were there, like comedians and things of that nature. But anybody in our field, he was the largest in that room. So after performing for him in the bathroom of the Cotton Club, it was, well, I guess we can go home now. And so we left, and I went home, and we got up bright and early, met there, and within 2 weeks we rehearsed. And within 2 weeks, we negotiated him looking out for us with producing some music for us, and we would back him up on this. And within 2 weeks, we were on a plane to Europe.
Now, what year was this? What year was this?
That's nice. Faith.
90, maybe 91, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
It was all of a sudden.
You went to Westinghouse, but R went to Kenwood. And
I trust you, sure.
Yeah. He I knew R when he was at Kenwood. Now the chorus teacher was Dr. Lena McLean.
Okay.
She was my sister in the ministry, and she had invited me. I had the program in Jamboree we was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "I want you to hear this young talent," and I went by. And when I got there to the choir room, the chorus room, he was playing on the piano. And he didn't know I was there. And I went and joined Dr. McLean as he was playing. And I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, because I was actually scouting talent at the time as well.
Mm-hmm.
I said to her, "He'll never make it."
You was talking about Robert
R. Kelly. Now, if R could hear this, he would know who's saying this, because he know that Lena was his play mother because he lost his mom, and she kind of like filled that slot.
Mm-hmm.
But I sure said that, and Lena says, "No, you ain't hearing him." I said, "Nah, can't use him for my show."
Okay.
Now let me ask this.
Okay. And I mean, that's the truth, guys.
No, and it's a wonderful truth. So
yeah.
I'm gonna use a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the story of Queen, and they went to a record company and they said, "No, they'll never make it."
You're right.
And then all those years later, now whatever rep that said they would make it, he or she goes down now as the person who said no to Queen, which was a huge mistake. So now my question to you is not how do you feel, but what made you say no? What was it that turned you off? Because that's more intriguing to me than anything else.
Well, it was the song he was actually not, he was singing this original song first. And he was in a song that I didn't think it met the age that he was at. He seemed like he was singing a song that was much older for him to even write. And that's one thing I learned as his music continued. Who would write a song about a Jeep?
Oh,
you get me?
No,
that's not the song he was playing. But when I heard him and it go beep beep beep. You know the song, guys.
Right.
Y'all know the song. I don't want to play it because I can't sing. Anyway, when I heard that song, I said to myself, he's got a style that is advancing music, not copying.
Absolutely.
And the way he was able to arrange, R was so good at arranging music, and many people came to him for just that.
Absolutely.
You know, they didn't necessarily need him to sing it. And then he started doing movies. So me and Dr. McLean was talking after maybe 7 years after that, 8 years after that.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, what do you think now? I says, your ear is better than mine. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
You know, but that's how I actually met him. And he was a gracious guy. He was a basketball player. You know, he was not really dedicated music. He was into his sports more than he was into his music. But then when he locked down on music, man, he let it all out.
Yeah.
Okay. He let it all out.
So
Anyway.
we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to finish this conversation with the original OG of public announcement, one of the 3 original, my good friend Ricky Webster. Pretty Ricky, what we called him. This is the Kendall Moore Show.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
It's Rufus Williams. The thrill of summer is finally here, which also means it'll be over before we know it. This fall, the Rufus Williams Travel Club is heading to Charleston, South Carolina, October 8th through the 12th. Join me as we experience the beauty, the brilliance, and the culture of one of America's most captivating cities. We'll enjoy the charm of the Lowcountry, breathtaking scenery, incredible cuisine, and the rich African-American history of Charleston. There will also be a few special surprises designed just for our group. So whether you're traveling alone, with family, or with friends, you'll be welcomed into an unforgettable experience filled with great people and great memories. Space is limited, and the best rates are right now. Simply go to WVON.com, click on the Rufus Williams Travel Club banner, and reserve your space. Advantage International is the official travel partner of the Rufus Williams Travel Club. Charleston, South Carolina, October 8th through the 12th. Travel with people, travel with purpose, travel with us.
Hey everybody, this is Kendall Moore, the Kendall Moore Show, getting you from your work week to your weekend each and every Friday night from 6 until 9 p.m. I get you from your work week to your weekend. Church, tabernacle.
Kendall Moore, radio for the next generation on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM, WVON.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners. Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Rufus Williams. By Monday, the fireworks are over, the speeches have been made, the flags have been waved. But now comes the question nobody wants to answer. When America declared that all men are created equal, who was included and who was left out? Monday morning, we're taking the gloves off. Political strategist Amisha Cross joins me to cut through the political noise, the spin, and the headlines to tell you what's really happening in Washington and why Black America cannot afford to sit on the sidelines. Then, UCLA professor Robin G.D. Kelly challenges everything you've been taught about the Declaration of Independence. Was it America's greatest promise or its greatest contradiction? Nearly 250 years later, are we finally living those words or are we still chasing them? This isn't another feel-good 4th of July conversation. This is history, politics, race, power, and the future of America all in one morning. Don't miss it. Monday, 7 to 9 a.m. on The Morning Show with Rufus Williams, only on WVON. Because the truth doesn't come with fireworks, it comes with questions.
I may ask this family about what they eat.
Dr. M?
If he's turning playtime into screen time, that might be something I'd like to know. Has he tried smoking? Does he vape? I might even ask about changes to her body. Is she feeling overwhelmed? Any signs of anxiety? If we feel comfortable asking these questions, shouldn't we also be asking, how do you store firearms in your home?
Firearm injuries are the leading cause of death for children and teens in the U.S. It's our responsibility to have a conversation about firearm injury prevention, because questions about safety are questions about health. Find tools at agreetoagree.org/healthcare.
Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back to the Kendall Moore Show on WVON 1690 AM, the Talk in Chicago, the voice of the nation. Y'all know that song. You know that song. Of course, my guest in the studio knows that song very well. He's singing on it. But I think that was his pickup line, too, when he was talking to the young ladies out here. You got that vibe. So,
you know, you are different levels of wrong.
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying nothing. I didn't say nothing.
If it works, it works.
If it work, it work. Look here. I'm not talking about who he was talking to. I'm just saying that was probably one of his pickup lines. You know, you never know. I'm pretty sure art imitates life, you know, which is a question I want to ask you about. I heard that he had am I jumping into this too quick? Because I really want to talk about what are you doing right now before I jump into this question that I have concerning the muse.
No, go into the question first.
Okay,
let's do that.
So art imitates life a lot of times, and I heard a rumor that he had muses, and what they would do is they would oftentimes, and for him to write a song, and even while he was recording a song, they would stand in the studio in their underwear. And was that true? Was there some truth to that?
Did you want to put it in the form of a question, or?
Well, that's it's in the form of a question. That's what I heard. So
okay, so ask me the question directly.
So were there women standing in the studio when R. Kelly was performing and they were in their underwear and only in their underwear?
Wait, performing or recording?
When he was recording, performing, I'm pretty sure,
because there's a difference.
They do. But they're performing too. They get crazy. But when he was recording in the studio, so I think I'm asking that question a little prematurely because I want to talk about you. But since we're on it,
sure.
Was did that happen?
Absolutely.
Because I heard about that.
See, here's the thing. When you have, how can I put this nicely? If you're a security guard at a concert You have the power to let people in and out. You're backstage. You have the power to let people in and out. There's a list that you get to look at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can read from the list, and you can see, okay, L8's on the list. You can see Kendall's on the list. You can see Will's on the list. But if Joe Blow wants to get in, his name is not on the list. You got to do something in order to get on the list. So when you talk about art imitating life, but isn't that what everybody would do? Wouldn't you have people around in the room that motivate you, that make you want to do better? See, Prince's motivation was different. He didn't want anybody in the room.
Okay.
When he recorded, when he did vocals, there was nobody in the room.
Okay.
And then he got to the point where there were engineers in the room, or the room would be curtained out. Rob's the vibe was, okay, yeah, we're gonna have girls around. And it was always girls there.
They were groupies.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that. They were people that would be strictly with him. You couldn't walk up and go, "Hey, sweetie, how you doing? What's happening?" That wasn't happening.
Okay.
So if it was 10 girls in the room, all 10 girls were catering to him. It has nothing to do with us. You just sat there in the room and you could look and admire, but that was it. You're not doing anything else.
Okay. Well, I think that would be an ungentlemanly thing to do anyway. So I don't believe in going for my buddy's girl. No, I never believed in that. But what I'm saying is this, though, because you didn't ask the question. This is what I heard. Okay. And see, I want to get to this later in the interview because I do want to talk to you, but I guess I just jumped to that. But did he have naked women standing in the studio while he was recording?
Naked. Not naked, no.
They were define naked.
Naked is without clothing.
Okay. Were there women in the studio wearing simply nothing but their undergarments while he was recording?
I do recall seeing that. Yeah.
Okay.
I do recall seeing that.
All right.
And she was fine.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it PG. This is a family show. All right.
I can't say fine.
Well, you can say fine, but I'm going to keep PG. This is a family show.
Gotcha.
And I get you. All right. So this is 91. You guys suddenly are propelled onto this connection with this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And now you guys are, where are you performing now? Where are you performing at?
2 weeks before the album was released in the US, we were flown to Europe. Utrecht, Rotterdam, Amsterdam. We were flown over there. And we toured over there for 2 weeks straight. Not even standing room.
What was the name of the album?
Born into the 90s.
Born into the 90s.
Born into the 90s, the very first album.
Yeah.
So we were flown over there, and for 2 weeks straight, we had no contact with the United States. We didn't know that the album was being released and that people were listening. We get over to Europe, literally. No standing room. You know, some places they'll go,
Really?
You have standing room only. There was no standing room. Every venue we went to was sold out, wall to wall, front to back, side to side.
So he got on the plane because I heard he didn't like to fly. He got on the plane.
You had to get on the plane.
Right.
Okay. In the beginning of our career, you don't have actual control over most of what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody wants to see you overseas because it's making money and they're going to pay you well, you also have to sell. You have to get on the plane and go. I'm not a fan of flying, but when that opportunity came,
right,
Mom, what's that thing called? A passport?
Right.
Hey, Dad, can I get a couple more dollars? It kicked in, you know, and I did not want to fly. He didn't want to fly, but when the money was right, and it was the first time out the gate.
Right.
So now we get overseas. And one of the things I respect most about the people over there is that I get the idea that they really love music. Americans, we have a sense of entitlement. I can like you 1 minute, I can dislike you the next. I don't like your shirt, so therefore I don't like your song. Overseas, there are people touring overseas right now who has music from 30 years ago. They're touring like the song just came out. You would think they were the Backstreet Boys. You would think they were in sync with the crowds that they draw. You would think they were them, and it's just the music. They actually care about the music. So we get there. Every place, no standing room. It's packed. They're screaming louder than the monitor system for us to hear.
Really?
Could play.
These are the British. You were in Europe. What countries did you go to? Because I know Britain loves me. They still listen to Smokey Robinson.
Amsterdam, Utrecht, Rotterdam. When I tell you, we were there for 2 weeks. We didn't play the same place twice. We went from place to place. We stayed in one hotel and we would travel an hour or two one way, go do the show, then come back to the same hotel. And one of the most humbling things about it is that not only was the sound deafening from screaming, they were carrying people across the stage that had passed out, that had fainted, as if it was Michael Jackson. It was that intense. Now, mind you, unbeknownst to us, we had no idea that the music had already been released and that they knew the words to every song. We had no idea.
Did he know?
No.
Really?
No, he didn't know.
That had to be exciting.
That had to be
exciting.
And that's an understatement.
Yeah.
It was mind-boggling. So we do the show, our first show we do over there. It goes extremely well. They're carrying people throughout the show. They're carrying people literally across the stage because they passed out, right? We thank them. We go to our dressing room, take a shower, get geared up, do an interview real quick in the room, and we head out to the tour bus. We're walking out to the tour bus and people are standing there waiting. So we start signing autographs. I'm always used to, hey, what's your name? What do you? And they were like, would that look like? I don't understand what you're saying. But you were just singing every word. They spoke no English. So I signed it, and kept going. They knew no English, but they knew every word of the song.
Wow. Okay.
It was phenomenal.
Okay. So you were over there 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then you come back
to a whirlwind of nothing I ever expected. I've always hoped for it, but I never expected it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It was, we got off the plane and the cell phone, I had a flip phone. I opened up the flip phone. I immediately started getting phone calls.
Wow.
Family checking on me to make sure I'm okay. But then everybody else, have you heard? Did you know? No, I've been overseas. Like, no. Oh, you need to turn on the radio. Oh, you need to look at this. Oh,
Wow.
you need to. And the moment we touched down, they gave us, when we got off the plane in Chicago, one of the ladies that worked for Jive gave all of us packets with full tour, everything. They had planned all of it, and all we had to do was just get on something else and go tour.
Had you guys already shot the video?
No.
You hadn't even shot the video yet?
No.
Wow. Okay.
No. We shot the video in between touring dates.
Oh, wow.
For She's Got That Vibe. We shot it in between touring dates. And for some reason, they like shooting at night, and it was cold shooting these videos at night.
You shot it here, or was it shot across
LA?
You shot in LA. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember the first time I saw the video and I was looking, I'm like, that's Rick. And I remember seeing the cover of the album. I was like, that's Rick. And hey, we were so impressed. Everybody talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, he's really doing something. It's impressive, man. It's impressive, and it makes us proud. Makes people proud that they can see a friend who's went on to success. Like we had Larry Tate on last week. He is the father of Lorenz Tate and Lamar, and I knew those guys. That's what I wanted to say. I knew them guys growing up. I was good friends with their cousins, and I met them, and we used to ride our bikes together, and I hadn't seen them in a while. I missed them last week, but it's always good that you hear your friends go off and do something. And man, it's just, hey, it's an artist, and man, I know that guy, and if I need to call him or just say, hey man, come on and hang out, let's do it. We can do it. So that's good, man. That's really impressive. How did your mother and father react to? Because you come from a religious family, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you come from a religious family.
Before I get into that, let me say this. You said it is good to see your friends do well.
Yeah.
When we were in high school, you were quiet, you were laid back, you were out of the way. But when I saw you at that function, suited up with the cufflinks, looking like
I was working, bro.
I know, looking like Mr. Politics. I was like, oh my God. And then when I come to find out, man, I want to tell you, it is our Father is merciful.
Yeah.
Because we could have been doing anything, man. Yeah. And I can honestly say you're the only person that I know from our class that didn't go the route of what everybody else did. And I want to tell you, thank you.
Oh,
I respect you.
Thank
I
you,
love
brother.
you. No offense, the music thing, yeah, it is what it is. But what you are doing, what you're accomplishing, that's the nuts and bolts of how we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be. So thank you for following that. Thank you for holding on to that and for allowing God to use you and put you where he commands that you be.
I received that. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Sir.
now how much did you pay?
Hey, I gave a little bit. Don't worry, everybody give him a
What
bonus.
did you do?
After
We
that.
were saying the same thing last week about what Larry was in. He and I are old friends from high school, and you know we don't talk about the boys. I talk about Larry and I talk about his wife Peggy because we were all in high school together.
Mhm.
And the boys' success is fine. Lamar and Lorenz and LaRon, that's great for them, you know. But when we're hanging together, it's about
It's
us.
about you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about me and Larry.
Yeah,
You know, it's
absolutely.
like, you know, hey boys, go away because y'all was down here when we, you know, you were not even born.
Right.
It's good to see old friends make it. You
Absolutely.
know, and it wasn't just Larry. We had a small group.
Mhm.
We had a football player, through Daryl Stingley,
Mm-hmm.
who played for the Patriots, and we had a actor, Stan Shaw,
Yep.
the one that played the boxer
Stan Shaw.
in Harlem Nights,
Yeah.
and many other roles.
Roots.
We had Louis Price, who went on to sing with the Temptations right out of high school. These were friends, and we were a small knit.
Mhm.
All of us were successful. And Will, that's such a good point when we talk about friends, because high schoolers today need to learn when you are with a group of people who support you and push you.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, you don't hang out with the gangsters like you was talking about, Ricky.
Like
You
I was
didn't
trying
hang
to.
out, you were being protected. And God is the one. That's why they call me the Rev on the show, because I've been a minister for 45 years. God is the one who selects the kind of nature
Mhm.
you will be drawn to.
Sure.
You've been drawn to Will, and I love this guy, man. This guy, he's really on point with a lot of things. We talk all the time.
Amen.
Will is about really pushing our people and pushing the good in people,
Mhm.
you know, and I could see that in you. So I'm glad to meet you, Ricky. I'm glad to know
Thank
that you were a friend of a friend, and a friend of a friend means
Mhm.
that you're my friend.
Thank
All
you.
right. So
Thank you. Bless you.
it's one. I
Let
don't mean
me-
to pick.
No, I
we're
appreciate
talking
you.
about-
Let me
yeah,
piggyback
So-
off that.
Go ahead. Go
Thank
ahead.
you, sir.
When I started back on this journey of performing and doing events, there were some gentlemen I was talking to, and I said, look, if you don't want me to preach, if you don't want me to talk to people, if you don't want me to be empowering and uplifting, don't put me in interviews. I know my place.
Good
I know what
point.
my Father has for me.
Has for
I
you,
know what he's
right.
done for me. So all I can do now is just
Yes,
tell
sir.
people the goodness and the mercies of our Father. Now, I haven't had something terrible happen to me. You know, I didn't fall down a well. I didn't fall ill. I didn't, you know, and even the allegations and all this is technically none of those things happened to me,
Mhm.
but that does not mean I have not had trials and tribulations. So I want to say that when I went to a class at my church, New Life, and I went to a minister's class. So I'm a certified minister.
All right,
I
brother.
don't want to come on these shows and not talk about his tender mercies. I don't want to go anywhere and not express my love for him
Mhm.
and what he's brought me through. They call it trials. They call it
Right.
testimony.
Right.
If I can't talk about my testimonies, I'm not coming. You know, and my
All right.
parents,
Good point.
I really, really adored them. They're no longer with us, but I adored them. My sisters, they did nothing but nourish me. You know, one of my sisters, she literally worked at McDonald's, and she like the shoestrings that went around your legs for breakdancing. She would go and buy my outfits. She would dress me and tell me, no, wear this. This looks good. And if I tried to wear something else, she'd beat me up and take that off me and put something else on me.
Beat you up. Big
But
sister.
But it was that thing of being groomed, because you said it, people being around the people that help shape and mold you. And our young people today have entitlement. See, when we were kids, we didn't have entitlement. We didn't know what it was. We didn't know how to do it. But there's been lengthy programs that have shown you how to manipulate someone. They've shown you how to be disrespectful. They've shown you how, and the only way we can reach, most times the way we reach them is by yelling. But it takes somebody with a civil tongue. It takes somebody with a mentality that says, you know what, I got a new way of speaking to us. I've got a new way of showing us that, you know what, while this is fun, here's the important work that went behind that to make that look fun. There's not many people willing to teach that. There's not many people talking about that. And that's where the disconnect is with the generation right now. If we can find someone that can make those things happen, like I'll give you an instance. There's a saying that says, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to leave out of that room and go to a place where you're not.
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
The gentleman that's with me now, Elliot Light. There's another gentleman, Charles Twilley. Charles Twilley used to work for WVON when you were on Kedzie. He was an engineer. So it's my partner, Serenity K. They're all smarter than I am in very many respective ways. And I cling to them because I know if they are with me, I can't lose. If I'm the smartest person in the room, then that means I'm going to make all the decisions. And most times when somebody else comes to me, they're asking me. They're not telling me. They're not giving me direction. They're asking me. Our children now aren't asking. They're giving direction. It's improper direction, but they're giving direction. My mentor, Elliot Light, my mentor, a gentleman named Olivia that's no longer with us, Andrew Griffin, those people teach me. If there's an idea, whether it's something I want to do vocally or something I want to do, if there's an interview I want to go do, they do research and they tell me the pros and cons. So now I'm learning. They're teaching that might not be a good move for you. Guess what? I'm not doing it. I can diplomatically call. I can send a letter. I can send an email, a text. I'll even go to them and say, hey, look, I really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much. But at this time, that's not a good look for what we're trying to present right now. I won't send somebody to go tell them. I'll tell them myself. God has blessed me to give bad news in a really eloquent way. You know, so
okay. I need to call you when I need to fire somebody.
I don't need the profanity.
Eloquently.
I don't need the profanity. I don't need the strife. But I spent a good 30 years, at least, trying to be a friend and a yes man so that we didn't have an argument. That's what the problem was with the group.
Okay. So right there, I don't mean to cut you off,
yes,
but I do want to ask, because I want to keep you over. We're getting ready to go into a commercial.
Okay.
And we can do it now, but the question I want to ask you, I want you to answer when we come back, and then you can finish. When did it start to go bad for you? When did you first notice something ain't right? And that's what we're going to ask on the other end of this break. Hey, everybody, I want you to stay tuned. I am talking to my main man, the original OG of Chicago's very own Public Announcement, who was the backup group for R. Kelly. Ricky Webster, Pretty Ricky, is what we called him in high school. We called him Pretty Ricky. This is the Kendall Moore Show.
Disrespectful. You were
Back
good
in
at
the
being
day
disrespectful.
when I was a kid, I'm not a kid anymore.
We called him Pretty Ricky. I want to kind of keep him over.
No problem. Eventually you'll wrap up.
Okay.
I'm gonna capture that. So
You can, if you want to stand right there. What do you mean, my wrap? When I wrap up
Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Just to show that I can do anything. It's going to be 107.
Forecasters predict temperatures should be in the upper 80s by the time Trump speaks at 9 p.m.
I'm Nicole Deal, along with Mike Moore, on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network. Your Healthy Minute is next.
If you or someone you care for is among the nearly 30 million Americans living with diabetes, there are a few facts you should know. First, while diabetes is a complex and often overwhelming disease, your doctor, along with many other diabetes educational resources, can help simplify life, providing expert guidance on monitoring, meal planning, exercise, and stress management. Many diabetes medical professionals recommend adults eat 2 to 3 cups of vegetables a day. Also, they say move more, sit less. Physical activity plays an important role in blood glucose control, mood, weight loss, and heart health. Medical professionals specializing in diabetes can also suggest innovative technologies for those who inject medications such as insulin. There are a variety of resources with detailed information on managing diabetes for both caregivers and the people they care for. Visit the American Diabetes Association website at diabetes.org. And that's your Healthy Minute. I'm Mike Island on the Black Information Network.
This hour of news is brought to you by CVS Health, proud founding partner of the Black Information Network.
This is Ray Harris with another moment of Black sports excellence. Serena Williams dominated tennis, winning multiple Grand Slam titles and redefining excellence from 2010 to 2022. Her legacy, strength, grace, and an unyielding spirit that transcends generations. For the Black Information Network, I'm Ray Harris with another moment of Black sports excellence. The Black Information Network.
Follow us on social media at the Black Information Network. Listen online at BINnews.com or tell your smart device to play the Black Information Network on iHeartRadio.
Hope in the face of difficulty. Hope in the face of uncertainty. The audacity of hope. I'm asking you to believe, not in my ability to bring about change, but in yours. Yes, we can.
Hope has an address, and it starts with us, honoring legacies, overcoming barriers, pursuing justice, empowering generations.
Welcome to Hope Has an Address. I'm Bree Wood for the Black Information Network. Today, we're wrapping up a historic moment on Chicago's South Side, the grand opening of the Obama Presidential Center, a space designed to inspire, educate, and empower generations to come. I had the opportunity to be there on the ground, witnessing not just the unveiling of a center, but the continuation of a legacy rooted in community, culture, and hope. The energy throughout the campus was undeniable, from the architecture to the storytelling woven into every corner. This is more than just a presidential library. It's a living, breathing hub for civic engagement. That sense of purpose was felt throughout the day, especially among those closest to the Obama family. I caught up with Craig Robinson, former First Lady Michelle Obama's brother, who reflected on what this moment means, not just for their family, but for communities across the country.
I think each person will take something personal away on their own. I don't think it's like one collective thing. But if I had to grab one, it is community. This is what community is all about. So this is not only a beautiful place, it's a public place. And even if you can't afford to live in Hyde Park or go to the museum, you can come and use this place. So that's the number.
And while the center honors the past, it's also about policy, progress, and the people shaping what comes next. Congressman Ted Lieu of California was among those in attendance, and he noted the broader national impact of this space and why its message resonates far beyond Chicago.
I'm thrilled to be here at the opening of the Obama Presidential Center. President Obama was one of the best presidents America has ever had. He brought the country together. This center is a very unifying center. And I urge everyone in America to come to Southside Chicago and visit the beautiful center. It's a huge campus.
Of course, culture plays a vital role in storytelling, and that includes the food. Chef Cliff Rome, the culinary mind behind the Obama Presidential Center's dining experience, is bringing flavor, history, and identity to every plate served on campus. I asked him about the vision behind the menu and how food connects visitors to the story being told here.
Being here, being part of history, I can accept anything better.
I just want to know what you feel is the best part about the Obama Presidential Center. Is it going to give people the hope?
The best part about it is that it's here. Right, that's it.
From the exhibits to the conversations to the cuisine, every detail is intentional. And as the celebrations continue, one voice in particular captured the spirit of the moment in a powerful way. Hip-hop legend and actor LL Cool J shared what the Obama Presidential Center means to him and why he believes its opening is significant for people across the U.S.
People in the United States of America come in here to see something that is profound and inspiring in perpetuity. And it's not about nostalgia, it's about moving forward. And I think that's important because leadership isn't only about leading today, it's about inspiring the future leaders, right? And getting them to think more, dream more, want to learn more, want to do more. And so that's what I think this is accomplishing.
At its core, the Obama Presidential Center is about access to knowledge, access to opportunity, and access to a vision that reminds people, especially young people, that their voice matters. It's a place where history isn't just remembered, it's activated, where stories aren't just told, they're lived, and where hope truly has an address. And the door is finally open. For those who walk through its doors, the message is clear. You belong here, and your future is worth building. Tickets for the Obama Presidential Center are completely sold out, but more tickets will be available beginning in July. Visit obama.org for more details. The Obama Foundation is a nonprofit collaborator of the Black Information Network. I'm Bree Wood for the Black Information Network.
Our news all the time.
The Black Information Network. The Black Information Network on iHeartRadio.
Welcome to the journey around America where we visit iconic locations connected to Black history. Today, we head to Harlem, New York, where the legendary Apollo Theater stands as a symbol of African American culture. The Apollo Theater opened its doors in 1914 as a burlesque theater, but soon became the premier showplace for live musical entertainment. The theater became famous for Amateur Night, a weekly talent show that launched the careers of stars like Lauryn Hill and the Jackson 5. Audiences at the Apollo became known for cheering or booing performers on stage.
Y'all making people walk off stage tonight.
The slogan, "Be good or be gone," became the theater's motto. Over the years, the Apollo Theater hosted many memorable events in Black music history. The Apollo Theater, a place where dreams are born, legends are made, and history is written. For the Black Information Network, I'm Kevin Brown.
Get Black business news every 30 minutes
on the Black Information Network. BIN.
Your community, your coverage. I'm Mike Stevens on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network. Black gospel music singer Reverend Timothy Wright sang "Trouble Don't Last Always." But when it's here, many of us know the struggle is real. And speaking about the lives of many Black people, African-American Philadelphia City Councilwoman Cindy Bass is painting a very real picture of the daily struggle in the lives of people she feels are going through it, through no fault of their own.
Wake up before sunrise, work all day, and still struggle to make ends meet. Imagine doing everything right. Imagine paying your rent, paying your mortgage, your taxes, your gas bill, your electric bill, and then waking up one morning to find a boot on your car.
She spoke at her city council meeting on a personal level, knowing of the financial challenges so many are experiencing, especially senior citizens living on a fixed income.
I know what it means to struggle because I've struggled. I know what it means to carry debt trying to build a better future. I know what it means to watch our neighborhoods fight every day against violence, poverty, addiction, abandonment.
Happy 4th of July, celebrating 250 years of freedom, diversity, and the courage to keep perfecting our union.
It's Cleopatra Draper.
But when you say certain things like that, it's just
Well,
not
I
right.
know it's your joke.
I know, that's why you called me.
I'm reading the article right here.
Yeah, but you can read, but
Section 2.
yeah, but as you read in the Constitution, they are moving the goalposts. Bianca, you too old for this.
Nobody's moving the goalposts.
Oh, nobody's moving the goalposts. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. And you, that big black hope on the 50-yard line, saying, "Let me play."
Middays at 9 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
It's Kendall Moore on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, WVON.
Remix. Now I'm not trying to be rude, but hey, pretty girl, I'm feeling you. The way you do the things you do reminds me of my Lexus cool. That's why I'm all up in your grill, trying to get you to a hotel. You must be a football coach, the way you got me playing the field. So baby, give me that toot, and let me give you that hit. Running her hands through my fro, bouncing on 24s. Why they say I'm ready? It's the remix to Ignition.
Welcome back to the Kendall Moore Show on WVON 1690 AM. The Talk in Chicago, the voice of the nation. Go on, Rick. Hey, look, I understand. You know, look here. We have in the studio the original OG, one of the 3 original OGs of public announcement, Mr. Ricky Webster. Rick Webster. That's what we call Rick Webster. But Pretty Ricky, what we called him in high school. So he's sitting in the studio with us. He's talking a little bit about his life and how he got involved in the music business, and you know his experience with Robert Kelly. You know, and hey, so I asked you a question before we went on break.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of questions I want to ask you. I want to try to get to as many as we can.
Okay.
But when did it start to go bad for you? Because I know you were having a great time. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure. And then you said, "Oh man, that ain't good. He should maybe." Oh man.
Yeah.
When did it start to go bad? Give me a.
I'll give you 2 instances. One day, we were rehearsing for a show. We hadn't gone out. We were in the studio and we were putting together performances. And Rob's gifts are pretty immense. And because of cancel culture, I spent a lot of time worrying about what I should or shouldn't do, if I should tell people and things of that nature. I spent the better part of my lifetime worrying about that since the allegations. And now I don't care anymore. I'm not worried about cancel culture. I know for a fact that the God that I serve, he's always had me. It was me that was blocking me. It was me that was stopping me about all the things that I could or couldn't do, should or shouldn't do, what people have said. But let's be abundantly clear. There are artists out here that are singing his praises. And I lived it firsthand. The cat is a beast. Say what you will versus allegations versus people being upset. The cat's a beast. Okay. So I learned infinitely more with him than I have with anybody else when it comes to writing, vocal training, singing, the way you sing, the way you project. We were already significant when it came to performing, but it became unfortunately it became a contest.
I mean, that's how it usually is though, right? Ain't nobody come to see you.
Well, healthy. There's healthy and then there's not so healthy. I recall being on stage and there's 4 of us on stage, so everybody gets a fourth of the stage. And there were times when like the Honey Love, that pump, that
right.
You'd be at the edge of the stage. Everybody got a fourth. And I recall a young lady looking at me, and she flashed me. And it wasn't a quick flash. It was a long flash. So she was showing herself. But the stage came right below her chest. So when he stepped in front of me, to try to get that glory, she moved around him. It was like, no, not you, him.
Okay.
And that's when I saw things decline. You know, at some point we got word from the management. Hey, you know, when you get to that part where everybody's at stage,
Yeah.
move 4 feet back.
Yeah.
And then that 4 feet turned into 6 feet further away from the front of the stage to the
Yeah.
back. So by the time we were doing hip thrusts, I was by the drummer.
Okay.
But at that point, it was too late. We were already known for these things.
Those are microaggressions. Those are extensional microaggressions. I've experienced that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where
and
you
then
felt like you were outshining him, and you know.
Yeah. And I'm like, look, you're singing everything. What's the problem? I don't get it. It's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to be confrontational. So I didn't say anything. I just let it be. And my dancing ability was pretty stupid. So, you know, they didn't say tone down the dancing. They just said do it in the back by the curtain. And that just made it even worse because now I'm back there by the curtain. I'm pumping hard and I'm doing spins and I'm going. You want to put me back here? I got you.
Pumping by the curtain.
Yeah, you know, the curtain is starting to flubberate. It was going, and it just made it. It made it more and more uncomfortable. There were times when we'd sign autographs. You know, we'd be sitting at a table at a store or something like that, and everybody sign autographs, and then somebody come in your ear and say, "Don't sign these words." Excuse me?
Don't sign what?
Don't sign these words. There were certain words that I couldn't write.
Okay.
Like I might want to put "Give me that honey love" or "She's got that vibe." Don't put those phrases.
Okay.
Find something else to write. So it was it was stuff like that, and it was those little things that grew into bigger things.
Yeah.
That made it more and more uncomfortable. Last one is we were the group was notorious for not going to sound check. Now, mind you, when we were touring, we were selling out arenas. Name on the marquee. It was everything any artist would dream of. And I'm so grateful for the experience. But because we were so good at not showing up to the sound check, you know, the band would be there and the band would kill it. One day, I'm outside of a hotel. And we're, I don't know, south, north. We're somewhere in the US, but it's a hotel. And I'm throwing a Frisbee 30, 40 feet. Then I'd walk that footage, get it, pick it up, and throw it back. And I'm just throwing a Frisbee by myself because I'm frustrated. I don't want to go play ball. I don't want to go to the mall and hang out. I don't want to do anything other than this show. You're paying me to do a show. Let me get on stage, do what we do. I'm out. That's where I was. Okay. I was angry. I was depressed, bitter, but I was doing the show. And one day, the entire band, they all left and came at the same time. Tight-knit family, they were leaving. And they saw me throwing the Frisbee in the grass. They stopped and kind of moved back and they called my name. And I looked over, like, yeah, what's up? They said, what are you doing? I said, throwing a Frisbee. Threw the Frisbee and I walked down and she's like, man, what are you doing? You, at this point in your career, you shouldn't be out here by yourself. You shouldn't be going to the store, walking to the store. Come talk to us. Got in a van. We went to the rehearsal. As we're going to the sound check, I'm telling them how I feel and I'm really pouring it out. I'm not crying at that point, but I'm telling them how I feel. They could see it and they knew things were happening. But once I told them everything, they were like, all right. So I'm assuming that behind my back, the band made a pact to make sure that I was never by myself. So we get to the rehearsal. They set up pretty quickly because you're on tour. You walk in and somebody takes your guitar. They set it up. Somebody takes your drums. They set them up. I mean, by the time you get there, all you do is walk on stage. Whatever arrangements Rob wanted them to make, and I'm talking, these guys are professional. Give it to me in A flat. Give it to me in D sharp. Give me this. Give me that. And Keith, he's calling it out, right? And they make the changes. All right, hit it. Boom. Next song, do this. And Rob had a list. Change this to this. We're adding this. We're taking this out. Go. They're professionals. They killed it. So now he could literally talk to them, and their memories are so sharp, they didn't have to play. So I'm sitting out I'm sitting in front of the house. So the engineer, the sound engineer is 60, 80, 100 feet back. And I'm sitting front, second row, just sitting, chilling, watching them rehearse. And all of a sudden, one of the guys from the band goes, "We're good? Yeah, we're good." I go, "Hey, Rick, we got like 45 minutes before we have to leave and the next band comes up. What songs do you know?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What songs do you know?" So Johnny Kemp, Just Got Paid, Bobby Brown, Anything. You know, they were like, "What do you know?" And I yell out something like, I'm thinking they're going to play it for me, right?
Mhm.
To entertain me, because it's just me in this big amphitheater in this big stadium. And you got it? All right. And the sticks go, cat, cat, and they start playing. And I'm like, yeah. So now I'm hearing it on this sound system where they got speakers flowing in the air, subs all the way across the bottom of the stage. The sound system is incredible. And as they're getting to the verse, they're like, "Get up here. You come up here. Come up to hand me a microphone." I'm like, "Oh, you want me to sing?" So I'm singing whatever these songs are.
Mhm.
We do the whole song. What else do you know? We do the whole song. What else do you know? We do the whole song. Well, after about 5 or 6 days or different places of doing this with the band, now it's no big deal. I just come in and we're singing and we're going. Now, mind you, the group, which is Rob, Dre, and Earl, they're out playing ball. They're out to the mall. They're out eating. They're out kicking it. I'm actually with the band,
Hmm.
which I didn't realize at the time. They would just keep me from going crazy. They were stopping me from being mad.
Okay.
So now they're protecting me, but they're letting me sing. They're letting me get out these frustrations. And I'm singing everybody else's music except ours. And one day, let's just say it was my prerogative. And I start with the lyrics, and everybody's looking. And halfway through the song, Rob comes in with the group and an entourage of at least 20 people. He comes in, they stand at the edge of the stage. He walks to the middle of the stage and looks at everybody, and they still going. Like, okay, what?
Mm-hmm.
So band leader gives them the stop, and they bent. He said, "Hey man, did y'all work on this, this, or this?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let me hear it." 1, 2, 3, and they hit it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, the part that he wants changed, they hit it. He does it like 3 or 4 times. Then he says, "We'll change this to this and do this and this and this and this and this and do this, this, this." Band director goes, "All right, change this to a D sharp, do this, 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 come in on a 4 count, do this, 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 this." And I'm thinking that's going to be it. And they do it. It's flawless. Rob is now standing in the middle of the stage with his hand on his chin like this. He looks at the entire band, then looks at me. Then he just walks off. The entourage separates like the Red Sea. He goes down the stairs. They all follow him. And the band leader, not 2 minutes later, goes, "What song y'all want to do next?" That's when I knew it was bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. So here's the thing. Have you spoken to him? I mean, I know he's incarcerated right now. Have you spoken to him since his incarceration?
No.
If you saw him today, would you speak to him, and what would
absolutely.
you say to him? What would y'all talk about?
Yeah. I would definitely speak to him. I pray for him. I pray with him.
Have you considered reaching out? And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but have you even considered reaching out to him?
No.
Okay.
No. Even though I went through what I went through, the negativity, the hurt, my Bible commands me to love. And I'm still not happy about what happened the way that it happened, but I've forgiven him. I've forgiven the group, and I'm free. I'm able to now walk, be, and do with my head high. My Father allows me grace, and I can't live my life not giving grace. So if I were to speak to him, yeah, I definitely would. I pray for him. I pray with him because I can't imagine being where he is. This isn't about what he's done or the allegations. It's about being where he is from where he was. So to be isolated and for the things that you love most to be taken away from you. Um, my parents are no longer with us, and the pain of that is what I believe it would be like to have music taken away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm no longer moved by the fact that there's this thing called cancel culture. It's bad enough that the promise that the pact that we made did not happen. He didn't produce music for the group. That's bad enough as it is. But if you're telling me I can't pick up and sing one of the songs that we made a household name, I can't sing that because you have a problem with him because something happened. If I can't go sing that,
so you can't sing any of his songs
because of cancel culture. People,
oh yeah,
I used to be worried about people canceling me or being upset with me because I'm trying to work and pursue my life's work,
Okay.
the way I know how. You know, there was a point when before this became what it is, that I was putting together a show so I would be performing those same songs in different ways. And when that happened, that was taken away from me. And now you tell me I can't have my livelihood and do what I do because because of what he did. I can't now sing those songs. I have to come up with my own.
But there are people out here still singing his songs, though, Rick. Why not? If they are doing it, why not you? I mean, look, he made some bad decisions, and I do believe that Robert needs some help. I hope he's getting the help he needs. This is just my personal opinion talking, but his music did come from a talent in a good place. He made some bad decisions in creating that music. I don't see why you cannot perform that music. And you know what I'm saying? I just don't see. It's people out here doing his songs, doing his cover. Well, you should get with Aaron Hall. And
it's some people that are upset
right now.
It's some people that are upset about the allegations. They're upset about the things that he did. And they had a movement, a Me Too movement, and you can't do this and you can't do that. And people will call you or they'll email you and give you hate mail because of these things. So that held me back for a long time. But I'm done holding back. I don't want to hold back anymore. Now I want to actually live my life and have a good time and help people, you know, because I know that can help people. Like simply talking about what happened to me is helping other people understand what the music business is about, where it came from and where it desires to go versus where it's been. And the people that controlled it then, some of them still do, but a lot of them don't, you know, but we just don't have enough, as you call them, OGs. You don't have enough uncles telling people the game, helping them out, helping them develop talent. And that makes no sense to me, you know? So now this journey is about that. And sometimes you have to actually do it in order for people to understand that that's what you are. You know, the younger generation are like, well, okay, he was with them, but they're old. But if you walk into a room and you outsing every one of them, now they believe you. Now they respect you. So now with my mentors, Serenity K, Elliot Light, these people are now allowing me the ability to channel that and to be of help and not just, you know, hold in this, what has hurt me, what has bothered me for years. So now they're actually, you know, the direction that they're going, the direction that they're leading me into. It's just these wonderful people that have taken the time out, and they're taking the time out to help me help others, because that's what it's all about in the end anyway.
So you are aware that I think as of recently, they have started awarding Robert Kelly's victims, the royalties from some of his songs as they are played on the radio. You are aware of that, and so you are. And I want to, and that's just another case I make. With that being said, now that every time it gets played on the radio, that means his legacy is still going to stand. His musical legacy, at least, still will stand will stand for something, you should be able to perform with something that you did help solidify and create. You helped, and I just don't. I think there should be some leeway. There should be some grace given to you, brother.
Is it contractual for you to not
Yeah.
benefit from your work, Ricky? Is that what you're facing with? Was there something in that contract when you joined or that left him in total control?
No.
Okay.
No, there was no contracts whatsoever. I can go out and perform the songs, but my worry had been for years about the people that would be upset and the people that would be hurt from me performing those songs. And like, I've never wanted to do a regular show, if you will. That means you get on stage, you sing some songs and they scream and then you leave. I don't want that. I remember like the greatest influence that I've ever had in music was the Rat Pack. It was Sammy Davis Jr.
You're going to a generation above mine.
Yeah.
I know.
But
Yeah,
what they
Dean
did
Martin,
was they were
Sammy,
singers,
and
they were
Frank.
dancers,
Yeah.
they were actors, and they had a crowd captivated by all of those things included in a show.
Mhm.
And I
And that's what you
love
want.
that. I love that because it gives you 3 to 4 different ways to go and do something as opposed to just everybody wants to sing. Everybody can't sing.
Well, let me
Everybody
ask
can't
you-
rap. And
Yeah.
this is the thing where I want to empower people. Okay, let's just say you don't rap or you don't sing, right?
Mhm.
You could be behind the camera, you could engineer, you could compose the music, you can compose the lyrics. There's so many other avenues. If you think Beyonce is wealthy, talk to the people who write the music.
Hmm.
Talk to the people who
Oh, sure.
formulated some
Yeah,
things. See,
yeah.
you say sure,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people that
No,
don't
no, I say
realize that,
sure because I
that
know
where
what
she
you're
is,
saying.
where
Yeah.
she is cute.
Yeah.
But Clive Davis,
Yeah. I knew Clyde.
work at being a Clive Davis.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
I
the
knew
sense
Clyde,
of
and
in the
he
sense of
recently
owning that, in the
passed,
sense of
Will.
doing that. Those things are what we miss so much because it takes several groups of people to make someone famous, to make someone a household name. It takes
right.
several groups, not just several people, several groups. So it can take 4 to 5 groups of 5, which is 25 people, to make one person well.
Let me ask you, what is your future from this day forward? What are you looking to do now that you had this experience?
Mhm.
Now that you are got great mentors, where are you with all this behind you?
Mhm.
Where's your next step in your purpose, Ricky?
Hmm.
I mean, what are you doing now to prepare for that, or what have you done to prepare to make that next step? Because you mentioned 2 great mentors you have.
Mhm. Well, I've been fortunate to partner with Serenity K Network. They literally, she literally has YouTube, Tubi, and Fire Stick.
Okay.
And there's content that can be released on that. She's her own network.
Got it.
So developing artists is the inspiration, and that's what we want to do. Also, as an artist myself, I want to sing, I want to preach, I want to help people understand the good and the bad about all of it. With my mentor Elliot Light, we have a studio, and it's not a recording studio in the sense where you're coming to sing. You already have accomplished works, and there's platforms like the Tiny Desk, Cadillac Chronicles. There's a set that was designed and it looks a certain way and it gives off a wonderful vibe. What do we have here in Chicago? Because of this gentleman and this woman, Serenity K, we've designed a platform that people can come from near and far to the studio, film your songs, film your music, put it on these networks, such as they do right now. Empowering our people of all walks of life, older, younger, because what's been happening is everything has been bottlenecked. If you're a certain age, you can't go perform. If you're a certain age, you can't go You can't look a certain way. You can't do these things. It is the empowerment of taking those same people and saying, okay, you've got great vocals. Are they good for background or are they good for leads? If your song is not, let's just say, radio ready, then our job is to get it radio ready.
That's your job, you say. Now that's where you're going, or have you already started this process?
We started it.
All right.
But we're inviting
If I
others.
was such an artist or thought I was an artist and I wanted to do this,
Mhm.
give me the steps, because we're going to have to take a break and go to our next segment. Give me the steps that I would need to take to get a hold of you and start that process.
Okay. The quickest way is the official _ Rick Webster at either TikTok or Instagram. And it's the same _ It's
Rick
the official
Webster.
_ Rick Webster.
Okay, the official.
The official.
Okay, that's one word _ Rick Webster.
Correct.
And you say at
Either TikTok or Instagram.
Okay.
Either one of those.
So-
And Serenity K is connected with that. So all your questions, anything that you need answered, you DM me, reach out, and I can put you exactly where you need to be, so that way we can start the process.
Fantastic. Now you said you wanted to go back to performing,
Mhm.
singing. You were in the R&B field.
Mhm.
Would you do R&B still, or would you do gospel? Because you said you wanted to preach to it.
Yeah. Actually both. I'm at a point now where I'm not afraid. Like I said, the Rat Pack. So that's Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon. That's Elvis Presley with some of his slow songs. The Bee Gees. There's R&B, there's pop, there's rock. As a performer, one of my sisters made me listen to B96. And that was all pop music.
Right.
And I could care less about it. But nowadays, it's in my head. So what I want to do is enlighten people, sing those songs, because some of the same artists, they're no longer with us. And so you're not getting renditions of that song anymore, but it's still a wonderful song. You know, and it doesn't have to be about the negativity. All these things make it that.
Our choice of music among our community, particularly.
It would be great.
But we have always been pace setters. When I go back to the days when we were out of Motown and we was out of Philly, and
Mhm.
before we are able to break away, it's always about the record deal. Got to get that song on the radio. You know, radio was the vehicle.
Mhm.
Got to get it on. If once you get it on there, get it heard, maybe you could someone would catch you and you can get a deal. Today's a whole different industry, as you're speaking of.
Mhm.
So as I come to you, and how much time we got? A couple of minutes.
We got
Let
some
us close out, because we need to get into this other
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
we
we
got
can
to
get-
close that out. So as you have given us the original _ Rick Webster
Mhm.
at either TikTok
Mhm.
or
Instagram.
We're hoping that people will call you, and that's the whole purpose of this interview, to get people into where you are now.
Mhm.
What are you doing in the studio right now, or have you started in your own? And let's make that the last.
Right.
Okay.
I am recording. There's a gentleman, he's actually my cousin.
Okay.
He goes by Nico the Great. There is a gentleman, Charles Twilley. They're producers. And Devontae Riley,
Okay.
Teddy Riley's nephew.
Yeah.
These are some bad men.
I can
And
believe it.
I am so humbled to be actually creating music of my own. I've been in the game with a group, as a group, for so long.
Mhm.
It took my mentors to tell me, no, Rick, you really need to do it. You need to do it. You need to stop doing this and do this. They never said no, but they said add to it. And because I'm finally listening, and I'm talking, this has been 10 years. 10 years I've been trying to put other people in front of this camera.
Okay.
And I realized that from the people who said, yes, give me a minute, I'll be right there, to some who said, yeah, just hold on.
Mhm.
I realized that it is a thing of saying people don't believe it until they see it. So I said, okay, well, let me just go ahead and do it. So with that, I'm the guinea pig. I'm the one that's writing. I'm the one that's moving. I'm the one that's shaking. I'm the one that's going out, shaking hands and kissing babies. And even when I go and do live performances, because we also have a production company where I actually DJ. So, people don't expect, I'm bewildered by an artist who all I've ever do is see sing. If they play an instrument. For them to be an actual regular person floors me, because you only see one side of them. So now with the production company, I actually am a sound engineer, studio and live. So it's just interesting, and it's a blessing to be able to tell people the story and inspire them. But I also want to work with them. I want people to come out and do shows and do events with us, and not just be, because engineers are needed. All these different places.
Need people in the field.
Yeah,
people. We have here one of Will's high school best friends. They're friends, and now they're best friends.
There you go.
We have here Rick Webster, and you can reach him. I would say do so at the original _ Rick Webster, RickWebster at TikTok or at Instagram. Want to thank you, Rick, for coming in, and we're gonna go to a break here as soon as we bring the little guy in.
WVON listeners, family, please give a hearty thank you to
Thank you.
Rick Webster. Pretty Ricky, what we call him.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Your stuff can be a resource for change. Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over!
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
This place has a pulse. You hear it in the canopy, feel it in the ground. Life, fully illuminated, engulfs you. From the birds singing in the treetops above to the tiniest insects in the soil below, you take a deep, cleansing breath, filling your lungs with the essence of the forest. Now, imagine it's all gone. Healthy, life-giving forests reduced to nothing. No singing birds, no lush canopy, and water and food in short supply around the world. Time is running out to protect our forests, and without our love, they can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our forests. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. WVON traffic and weather now. Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Yes, we're back, people, and welcome. This is the Kendall Moore Show, and we are sitting in for our guy as he's taking time off to celebrate. And I hope you're relaxing, Kendall. We really miss you, man. Looking forward to you coming back. We are here at WVON 1690 AM FM worldwide. You could go on Facebook. You can find us. Just look for us. We're here. Hey, we're going to close out our show here with a very topic of July 4th. As everyone's preparing now, I already know people are celebrating even now, July the 3rd. And I also recognize that we are looking for a good weekend celebration. One of the things I just want to point out before we get into this discussion is Westside Will, we need to be careful on this holiday. We don't want the crime to be out of hand. We don't want to hear about people taking advantage of others. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear more good news about people celebrating, having good cookouts, watching the fireworks, and people be careful with your fireworks. But most important, Will, I'm concerned about July 4th being a celebration for us as a people, African Americans, for this reason. When we got June 19th, there were some people that says, you know, I'm going to basically celebrate June 19th and not July 4th. But my feeling is this: we contribute heavy to this country. Yeah. I mean, if we go back, I know we have Memorial Day for vets, and I am a vet, but I'm looking at us as a people and our contributions to this country. I'm looking at the fact that at the White House right now, in the Pentagon right now, they are taking down statues and portraits of people of color, particularly blacks, who have contributed to this country, and saying that we don't have a place in this country. I'm looking at the fact, people, that we're seeing worthy people in the service of United States, be they Army, Marine, Navy, or Air Force, being disregarded for promotions. And they are rightfully deserving of it because of their rank. But yet, tomorrow, we're going to celebrate July 4th.
Yep.
We're going to lift up this country after 250 years and say, freedom is our benchmark, that everyone wants to come here. Opportunity is our benchmark. Why people from various countries come here, and the right of liberty, when we as a people didn't have it for many of those 250 years. Well, I'm concerned about July 4th. I'm concerned about our people, how they're going to celebrate it. Tell me, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you straight up. Of course, we should celebrate July 4th. We have every right, if not more, to celebrate July 4th than anyone. Okay. First of all, there cannot be a Juneteenth without a July 4th.
Okay.
Because July 4th was the establishment of the country, which we are getting ready to go into 250 years of when it was established as the United States of America. However, we landed in here in 1619. So we're colonies. We've been over here in America, enslaved over here in America, progressed over here in America since 1619, probably even before, because you know they send scouts. Why not celebrate the 4th of July? The 4th of July is as much yours as it is anybody else, if not more. Our people can be traced that far back. It doesn't make any difference if we were enslaved. We contributed heavily, and without our participation in the Revolutionary War, Crispus Attucks being the first person killed in the beginning of the Revolutionary War,
right,
to the Civil War, Frederick Douglass, how he spoke out to get the black troops involved, all the way to World War I and World War II, in which they would have lost World War II without the black troops, without my daddy, my two uncles, Robert and Foster Evans, and my father, George Riley, who went into the service, and they stormed the beaches of Normandy with General MacArthur, and they got Purple Hearts. Yes, they do.
Wonderful.
This country is as much yours as it is anybody else, and do not let anybody tell you. That's why you need to celebrate it. I know you're upset. You saying, man, but this country ain't perfect. They do me like this. No country is perfect, but don't let anybody run you from something that is owed to you. Now they got this. I'm not going to call him no name, but they got this inexperienced Secretary of Defense. He calls himself the Secretary of War, who for some reason thinks he is in an action movie. You are not in the Dirty Dozen, my friend.
Yeah.
And he is taking down all of these accolades that African Americans have participated in the military to make this country
what it is
to
today.
make it what it is. Because
yes,
you know, when they use this slogan, making it great again, it's always been great. If people are still trying to come over here, leave their country, come over here and make a living, it's always been great.
Right.
And here's the thing. It was through your participation, through your family's participation. Ask your uncle who's in the military. Ask your grandfather if he's still alive who's in the military. Dig out them old pictures when they come home from war. Man, look here. Don't let anybody talk y'all out of what's your blessing. You have every right to celebrate and to progress in this country and than anybody else.
You know what, man? I'm so happy that we are now learning through film about some of our people, like the movie Glory.
Yes.
Like
the
movie, and the movie Red Tails.
That's right.
I mean, we're starting to learn through film just how much we've been involved. You know what I like to see, Westside Will, us as a people, as families to do? Let's sit down with our children and let's pop those films on TV.
Right.
And you have a celebration of those black
Right.
heroes
Right.
who made this country. We could go all the way back, just like Westside Will say, to the days of glory when
Right.
you had the 54 Massachusetts.
That's right.
That was a first time all black squadron brought up out of, let me get it right, Massachusetts, but they fought along South Carolina and North Carolina.
Mhm.
And then you had the Red Tails. This group of squadron of aviators were so great that they received the highest mark of lowest kills by the enemy when they were escorting the bombers into North Africa
Mhm.
and into Europe.
That's right. That's right.
They thought we couldn't fly, Will. They thought that we didn't have the intelligence. But
Yeah.
yet, when y'all saw the movie,
Right.
if you hadn't seen it,
Right.
look at the movie with your children. Let them know that
Yeah.
there were such contributions that you cannot deny. I don't care what they do
Right.
in this administration. You cannot deny us. Now, with June 19th, there's a question as if other races will celebrate June 19th because it is the celebration as put in by federal holiday
Right.
by the Biden administration
Right.
for African Americans. That's the way it's looked at.
Right.
So are we saying that we should be the only ones celebrating, or should people join in with us?
I think people should join in with us to because we are celebrating as Black people our emancipation, but other groups can join in with us to celebrate the fact that emancipation happened through us and is no longer carried in this country. Imagine if we didn't fight in World War I, World War II, the
Right.
Civil War.
Right.
Imagine if we didn't. They would have lost. They needed the Black troops. And we wanted to prove that we were part of this country and we belonged in this country, regardless of the treatment we were getting, just like everybody else.
Right.
So I think that's an excellent idea. This holiday season, this 4th of July, get your kids' heads out of them phones and pop in. You can go on streaming on Netflix or
Right,
all these,
right.
and you can play Red Tails.
Yeah.
And you can play that.
Glory.
You can
You
play
can put up
Glory.
Glory.
Let them watch that.
Yes.
This is the time for them to watch that and understand that you come from a long history of strong people who are fighters, and they help to shape and mold this country. And it's not just to fight for its freedoms, but the inventions that came along.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The look, we created Black man created the air conditioner. It's
Yeah.
hot today, y'all. It's been hot all week. But did you know Black man created the air conditioner
Yeah.
so you can sit in the office?
Yeah.
You can sit in your house and watch TV. And trust me, it's people that's non-Black enjoying that air conditioner too.
You got that right, buddy.
Okay.
Well,
And we've
have
contributed.
We have a good celebration planned here tomorrow. They've been advertising, promoting a 250-year celebration. Now, this administration that's in office, I don't know what they're going to do. In fact, I'm not even interested.
They throwing something on the wall to see if it sticks.
Yeah,
That's
whatever
what
they
they're
do is not an interest to me. The interest that I have in tomorrow's celebration is the contributions that we made that had been just passed over for years, for centuries, and not noticed, not brought to our attention, not celebrated. We should enjoy this time. The American flag is the flag we fought under. The flag we created was created by Pan Africa. And that flag is flown not only on June 19th, but people, we should fly it also on July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense to you, you do that. And we should take every joy in knowing that our contributions really did have a lot to do with saving America.
That's right. That's right. That's why history is important. And if we got to start running toward them books, like I said, run toward them books and learn your history so you can see how important it is that we are here and that we continue to contribute so that we can do more and we can advance. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? That's inspiration right there for you.
Yeah.
You want to solve all your problems as a community? Run toward them books. I'm
Yes, sir.
telling you. And you don't have to get no degree from no fancy university. If you even technical training,
Yeah.
go get some technical training.
Oh, it's easy to get education today.
Learn how to fix ACs.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? There's engineering, construction, building. It's a lot of stuff out there that we can do.
Yeah, we
So-
cannot know where we're going till we know where
Right.
we came from. So yeah, the books and our history is important. Look like I'm gonna turn it over to you,
Yeah.
Will, because
All right. Well, look here. We've been talking a lot, but I just want to say this. Remember, as we are going out here in the community, we are not just one community. We are one love.
One love.
One love. And this is the Kendall Moore Show. We'll see you next week.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation is 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Adults, especially within the Black community. Health experts stress the importance of early screening, recognizing